devil is beating his wife.
Edible.
Light up. Puff.
I assume that this is your first experience. Could you describe the sensation?
Well, it just feels like a little prick. Ooh, you know what I mean.
A male or female, or a combination of both.
Hi, I'm Evan O'Neill.
And I'm TJ Wasiuk.
Welcome to the first episode of Two Guys Small Talk. We're going to be talking about memes, music, and movies.
March Madness.
All right, let's get started. Let's get rolling, man. This is our first episode.
First one ever.
Yeah, so we're probably going to screw this up.
I mean, it's been the talk for a while now, and we finally sat down and all right, let's tighten our jeans and pull up.
All right, man, so let's get started. Let's talk about some hot and spicy memes.
It's hot to meet the ball.
All right, so my favorite memes from this month have definitely been the Italian memes. And I know a lot of people aren't happy about it because they think it might be a little, stereotypical. But come on, man. You see a picture of somebody with their hand out doing the Italian thing, even if you haven't seen the meme I'm talking about, you probably know what I'm talking about. Just got your hand out there with your fingers together. And you see something like how the Italians do insert anything. Man, that's hilarious. And, all right, so, TJ, go ahead. What kind of meme? What are you into?
Honestly, the Italian meme is probably my favorite so far that I've seen this year.
It's a good one, man.
It's a really good one. It's solid. But the other one that was big was that Salt Bay, where the guy was cooking that steak, and all of a sudden he does a forearm flip with the salt, and then even Leonardo DiCaprio had to get a steak from that guy.
Yeah,
that's how big that fucking meme got.
Well, I feel like it was a little forced in my opinion. I mean, I didn't ever see anybody like in the underground meme community talking about it until everybody was talking about it. You know what I mean? I thought it was funny like the first time, and then after that, I just didn't think it was funny anymore because I could tell that it was a dirty, filthy corporate meme. Corporations are reaching in through our memes.
Do you have the documents?
I know 7 plus 11 equals.
Okay, so I actually just thought of one that just came to my head right now about a good meme. The one with the EDM music when people fall.
I saw one that took itself way too seriously. It was just a scene from Doctor Strange, and I was like, "Oh, come on, man!" I don't know if you've seen Doctor Strange, but it's basically Inception.
Pretty much. I mean, Marvel Inception.
All right. Anyways, I derailed that. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, that's a good meme. I think that it has something to do with stars. I can't remember the name of that song.
That's totally fine. But here's ones that were kind of really annoying. Next to that Salt Bay one was that What in Tarnation, the one where they put the cowboy hat and they had TION to everything.
Yeah.
I feel like that was probably one of the worst ones next to Cash Me Outside.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad one next to Cash Me Outside. And you know what? With that one, the What in Tarnation, I feel like it kind of became a bit of the roses are red, violets are blue memes that go around where, you just say something and you finish the line with the limerick with a headline or something. But
spoiler.
Yeah, they're like, what in the on education or whatever. And Cash Me Outside, that was annoying too. I'm sorry.
Like what in the filtration, and they have a picture of a water filtration tank. What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
It's stupid memes. It's just like you made a meme just without any thought. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, and so I guess I'll close the segment talking about my new underground favorite meme that has been around is Family Guy memes. Everybody loves Family Guy, right? Or, at least knows it. So, there's this, weird meme mashup that goes on where it's mostly on Instagram, I think. I think it's mostly on Instagram. But you get these memes of, Peter and blood memes where you're not allowed to say the k sound. So, there's an emoji with it's a little red box with a white bee in it, man, and it's hilarious. It'll be like a 4 or 2 panel comic, or maybe 4 panel comic of Joe from Family Guy,
guy in a wheelchair,
right? And he says, "Hey, Beater," and it's like Peter, but it's got the bee, and then the next panel will have Peter, and he'll be like, "What, Joe?" And then it'll show Joe, but with a ton of Photoshop effects, glowing white eyes, inverse colors, and it'll say spell I-cup, and then it's Nibba, like Nibba. Spell I-cup, Nibba.
Oh my god.
And it doesn't even matter what the fourth panel is, because the third panel was the fucking joke. These anti-memes.
No, I love anti-memes. I mean, as long as they're not overused.
No, I love it because it's a mix. It's like making fun of, like that culture. I love it, man. I love it. All right, let's segue into music now. TJ, what you got, man?
So for music, so I went to a show recently. It was Norma Jean,
the Almighty
Norma Jean.
They're old.
Yeah, I mean the guy's in his 40s, but he's still rocking.
In his 40s, and he's still rocking.
Dude, for real, like, if I'm in my 40s and doing that, I'm like, damn. I mean, it's not Rolling Stones status, but still.
Hey man, those guys partied harder than me every time I ever hung out with them. So.
Yeah, that's right. They wouldn't.
I don't live that rock and roll lifestyle.
House parties with you guys and whatnot.
Yeah, man, it's cool.
But what I was impressed, besides the fact that Norma Jean, these other bands that I saw, one of them was called Comrades, which was a 3-man band. The screamer, I guess you would call him, right? Was on
vocalist?
The vocalist screamer, the guy that
Oh, so they had like clean vocals and scream vocals?
Yeah, like in the hardcore shows they have a screamer.
Well, that used to be a thing, but it's not so much a thing anymore.
Much like Norma Jean.
I know.
Hey. But no,
they did it right.
The guy was like drumming and also doing the screaming vocals, and there was a guy on guitar, which is pretty cool. And then there was a girl, which I feel like when a girl's in like a hardcore band, I don't know. I just have a thing for that type of stuff. It just sounds like lovely to me, if that would be the right word. So that was Comrades. Definitely recommend checking them out.
All right.
Another band was, now they're really big, but I never really listened to them, was He Is Legend. So they're a southern rockish, but also a hardcore type of band as well, from North Carolina.
Yeah, I guess you would call it like hard rock.
Yeah, I guess.
That overused term from not so long ago, making a comeback. Hard rock making a comeback, 2017. You heard it here first.
But yeah, they were awesome too. The lead singer, he didn't play instruments; he just sang. But he had like a lot of energy on the stage. He was dancing the whole time. He honestly reminded me of Rob Zombie, his look and style.
Right. Okay. So he was a persona up there, huh?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Tight. I dig it.
And then of course the Norma Jean act, which is dope. Like I was telling Evan, I feel like they hate the Anti-Mother album. Whenever we go to their show, this is my second time seeing them. The first time was 2008, and then now 2017. And that album was what got me into Norma Jean. I just wanted to hear them at least sing a few of the songs off of that album, like Robots 3, Human 0. Come on,
man. Play the singles. Come on.
Yeah,
I feel you, man. I can't think of a time that I've seen them, and they did. I think they put that album to rest, maybe. Or maybe they're just intentionally not playing it because they're kind of coming up on a 10-year anniversary of it, so they'll make people thirsty for it. Like you haven't heard these songs live for the past 5 years. Come hear them live on this tour.
A lot of bands doing that now.
Hey man,
Survive, Census Fail.
Dude,
they're doing their anniversary tours.
When you put out that money,
That Skrilla
on them tours, man, I would not go see a My Chemical Romance reunion tour for a damn album. I'd be like, yo, get back together and play the greatest hits.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done that. Like, bands from our parents' generation, they do the greatest hits, but I guess it gets really boring after all these songs.
Man, we just had Stevie Nicks roll through. And what'd you say? There's going to be a Fleetwood Mac farewell tour now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Abby was all about it. For a little bit, she's a white girl. She thinks she's a witch.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
all about that Stevie Nicks.
Oh, yeah. I love the Fleetwood Mac.
All right. So let me tell you about what I listened to this month. that I didn't ask for, didn't expect, wasn't entirely surprised about. But Drake had an album come out this month. What's it called? More Love? I don't know. I listened to it like 3 times. And, man, it was kind of like, let me tell you this. I made a joke with a buddy of mine. He said it was Views 2.0. I said Views 365 over 8 because he was a Kingdom Hearts fan, so I figured I'd make a Kingdom Hearts joke on it. But yeah, man, it's a lot of more of the same from Views. I feel like if Views would have been a 44-track album with all this More Love stuff in there, it wouldn't have been a good album. Because everything from More Love is just unimpressive.
Do you know what that reminds me of? It's what Blink-182 is trying to pull right now. Blink-182 is putting out a deluxe album of their album they just came out with last year. That comes with like 15 more songs.
Man, remember whenever Green Day tried that shit, Uno Dos Tres, and then what? Like a month before they started touring to promote the first album, Homeboy had to go back to rehab. That's sad. Hey man, we are recording this today on March 28th. So if you're listening to this after then it might not be entirely relevant. But I'm very excited for later this week. Mastodon is releasing their newest album, Emperor of Sand. And if I understand correctly, it is going to be a concept album. They haven't done one of those in a little while. The last 2 albums, Once More Around the Sun and The Hunter, were just kind of songs that they were feeling. You know, they didn't feel like being serious for a little while. I don't know if you ever saw their music video with all the girls twerking. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Man, that offended some people.
You know, what's his name? Dan Brazilian.
I mean, that guy's touchy with me, though.
People get offended by him.
I get offended by his fans. I don't get offended by him because I'm just like, oh, whatever. He's affluent, but his fans that are like, yeah, it's okay to disrespect women because this guy does it and he lives a great life. You know, that dude threw a porn star off of a roof and she broke her damn foot. And I guess she could have sued him, but she realized that if she would have lost because he's got so much more money. She's a porn star. They don't make a lot of money. We gotta roll on, man. We gotta move into movies. Yeah. We gotta move into movies. All right, so let me tell you guys. This is not a new movie, but earlier this month I watched Shin Godzilla, which is a Godzilla movie that came out in Japan recently. Whatever. But it's good. It takes itself seriously, but it does not take the monster so seriously. This Godzilla is different, man. You see like 3 different versions of Godzilla, of the same monster. He's like evolving over time, and he eventually gets like that classic look. And I mean classic, like 1950s kind of Godzilla. It's still realistic looking for CGI, but a little goofy. Not like the Godzilla 2000 or the Godzilla 2014, where they tried a little bit too hard to look like a real animal. But see, I was super interested in this Godzilla from the get-go because whenever I first saw it, I thought it was like a puppet. I thought it was legitimately a dude dressed in a suit, and they were just going back to doing that, but somehow on
I love that
big, huge budget. And I was like, what? And it fooled me at first. But it's just a good disaster movie. It follows the Japanese government throughout the whole movie. Godzilla eats radiation, so that's why it's coming on land. It's coming after the power plants.
That's what feeds him?
Yeah. And this Godzilla is super destructive. It's pretty impressive, man. Pretty impressive how destructive this Godzilla is.
Now, is it actual special effects, or do they use real life, breaking of products?
I don't think they use a whole lot of prosthetic, or practical effects. But I mean, there was a fair amount there, and the shots looked really good. Man, I gotta tell you, this Godzilla, he had all the lasers, all the fire, and all that good stuff that you wanted to see. So that's gonna build up for, what are we talking about here? King Kong versus Godzilla?
Yeah. So I was thinking, how it has, they're going to do that. They're supposed to do that in 2020. But I was looking at IMDb, and it was saying something about Godzilla, like God of Monsters or something like that, slated for 2019, I think. Is it 2018, 2019?
2019. I'm not going to live that long.
But I'm wondering if...
I need it now! I didn't ask for it, but I want it.
I wonder if they're going to have like a sequel to Shin Godzilla. It's going to be half American made, half Japanese made.
That sounds terrible.
Or they're going to just make a complete new Godzilla story for the American audience.
That sounds terrible too.
And then have that.
We just had 2014.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't understand why they have this on IMDb.
Well, I think the Japanese dudes that made Shin Godzilla, they were just like, we're just going to make a Godzilla movie and we're going to keep it simple. And you know what? It's great. In all honesty, I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Damn.
I mean, it is not mind-blowing.
Entertaining though.
It's very entertaining. It's exactly what you want to see in a Godzilla movie, especially if you loved the old Godzilla movies. So I have not seen Kong Skull Island yet. I'm interested to see how that goes. I hope they don't make another Godzilla that would somehow just build towards that one. If you're going to make another Godzilla in between those two movies, just give me Godzilla fighting Ghidorah or Mothra.
Well, I think that's the difference between Japanese Godzilla and American Godzilla. American Godzilla, we focus on human aspect, whereas the Japanese, they focus on actually expanding upon the monster. If you know what I'm saying, like they show more screen time of the monster.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point, because they make a good disaster movie.
But the Kong movie, I liked it. It's pretty much a origin story type of deal, based in the 60s Vietnam, and
okay, so it's set in the past, right? Okay,
yeah. So they play the 60s music. Like the music from the
what is it? What is it about Vietnam helicopters and music montages?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Like in the.
Do they play White Rabbit?
I'm not 100% sure.
Because that's in Platoon, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a great song. I mean, whenever I think of like helicopters and Vietnam, I think of that song.
On the flip side, there's Flight of the Valkyries from Apocalypse Now. Charlie don't surf.
Yes, but I enjoyed that one.
All right, buddy, let's wrap this up. Okay. You got any final thoughts?
What I want to add to this is, if any listeners, if we have listeners out there, what would you like us to cover? Are we covering topics that are relevant to you?
Let us know.
Should I kill myself after this podcast? Let us know. I mean, just give us some advice or some comments.
Constructive criticism.
Okay.
We'll take it. All right, guys. Well, like TJ said, like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you think about everything. And this has been Evan O'Neill.
And TJ Wasiuk.
And we were two guys having a small talk.
Thank you.